What a beautiful day to be outside in a garden in the Old City Quarter. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV, and this is the home of Bend Over Backwards Yoga. This is Ganesh. She's here to help you remove any of the obstacles you have before you make your way to the garden yoga studio. That's what we're doing on this edition of Go. Also in the lineup, we're going to check in with Melanie Panetta. She's going to try her hand in the automotive industry in the upcoming edition of Hired Learning. Also in the lineup, what else have we got in store? James Green takes a visit to Salt Spring Island, where some retired bookstore owners are creating outdoor public art on their property. Derek Johnstone takes us to Pacific Coast Mustang Association. Pretty cool cars, and if Derek's actually behind the camera right now, and whenever we're out at a shoot and he sees a Mustang, it's like, Derek, come back, come back. So this was probably a dream story for Derek. Is that true? Yeah, very true. Very true. Before we get to any of that, Ian Holmes is here, Nanaimo's newest Junior B hockey team. The Buccaneers are back playing for the first time in almost 35 years. You're watching Go Island here on Shaw TV Channel 4, and today we are inside the backyard studio of Bend Over Backwards Yoga in Nanaimo's Old City Quarter. We're here because they're celebrating 10 years. There's an open house coming up on Saturday, September the 15th, and the lady behind it all is Kelly Murphy. There's a lot of people here in the class, different health levels of health, different reasons for being here, and different benefits that they're gaining from yoga. This little guy included. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Who's this guy?
This is Riker, and he's here because he's a third-generation yogi, and his mom, his grandma, his grandpa, and his auntie are all in headstand right now.
Okay.
And he's never seen them upside down. Oh no, actually, he does recognize Grandpa.
So that is his mom over there, literally upside down.
That's right.
On the wall.
That's right.
And she's maybe what some people think of as your typical yoga person, young,
yes,
fit, very obviously healthy.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily true across the board. All different kinds of people for different reasons.
That's true, Kate. You know, next to Sarah, Riker's mom, is Sarah's mother and Riker's grandmother, and Denise in headstand was my very first yoga student.
10 years ago, more than 10 years.
14 years ago.
14 years
she
ago.
came to the front door and we did yoga together, and she's been here ever since.
This is not an easy pose to get into.
This is not an easy pose to get into, but they're holding them very strongly and steadily. And here's Larry. This is Riker's grandpa. And you can see that Larry has some knee issues, but being upside down is no strain on the knee at all. And he can hold that pose steadily.
Why is this a good pose? What is the body benefiting from?
I like your question. Well, you know, gravity is relentless. Gravity never rests. And when you're upside down, you're reversing the pull of gravity on the joints, the muscles, and the internal organs. It's reviving. It feels good. And it also strengthens the upper body. And Riker looks like he wants to be upside down too. You can see on this end of the studio is Jessica.
And that's Riker's auntie now.
And that's Riker's auntie. And she's doing her headstand independently of the wall. And she can actually take the knees apart and bring the soles of her feet together in this pose. She's very steady. Yeah.
So this is quite advanced. Very advanced.
They're all in the advanced class. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
So how long would it take someone to be able to do that? Say myself. Although you've never seen me move or stretch or anything.
I haven't seen you move, and it would be hard to say, but I would look at you in downward facing dog and see how your down dog was. And if it was a strong downward facing dog, I'd say we could begin the preparation. I think we could get you upside down, Kate.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough to try that on this edition of Go, but I never say never, right?
That's right.
On the other side of the room, not an opposite, but people here for different reasons.
That's
Cancer
right.
Survivors.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to stand right up. And how can yoga benefit people who have survived cancer?
Well, often fatigue is an issue. You know, the chemotherapy is very hard on the body, while at the same time it has healing properties. It's fatiguing. And so these poses provide the opportunity for people to take conscious relaxation. It's different from a nap because you're consciously relaxing the interior body, your throat, your face, and tuning into the breath, which means that you begin to restore the energy that's lost during the illness and during the treatment. But there's another really important part of this, which is this group also practices checking in every week with each other to see how things are going. They've all got similar issues around the treatment and the diagnosis that's come up and how they're coping. And their teacher here, Missy, who's holding Riker, also has a story to tell about cancer recovery.
Okay. The two women at the end, I tried to find a very politically polite way of describing them, and they said, we're the old ones here. So I will say that because they've said that themselves. I think I'm learning that yoga cannot be put into a box. Who can benefit from yoga? The types of people, the gender, the health concerns that people have. Kelly, is there anything that yoga can't do for somebody? I mean, is there anyone who's not suited to yoga?
No, I've never met anybody who couldn't do yoga. I've never met anybody who couldn't do some aspect of this pose work. We might modify it. For example, if we were going to do a back bend and someone's back was stiff, we might use the back bender that you see here at the end of the room.
Sounds like a torture device.
I know. Sometimes people come in and they see the ropes and slings and their immediate visceral response is, oh, what are you going to do with that? And then they see how we use the props to support their bodies so they can enjoy the experience and still have the benefit of the pose work. So no, everybody can do it. Any age can do it. We had one little girl come, she was 6 years old, and she stayed with us for 2 years. She never missed a class, and she was with the adults.
Fabulous. Kelly, thank you. We're going to come back to bend over backwards yoga here in the Old City Quarter. I'm going to see if I can bend over backwards. Maybe they'll have to get me onto that device over there. In the meantime, we're going to throw things over to James Green, who is visiting Salt Spring Island, where there's a local property owner, a retired bookshop owner, is making some outdoor public art on his property. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and we're at the Bend Over Backwards Yoga Studio in the Garden in Nanaimo's Old City Quarter. Kelly Murphy is celebrating 10 years of bringing more health into people's lives, and the people here have been absolutely fabulous. We teased about getting me in a headstand. Not going to happen. What we're going to do instead is dangle me from a wall. That sounds easier, doesn't it? I don't know.
Okay,
so what do we need to do?
What you need to do is this.
Tuck my shirt in?
You could do that.
Someone tipped that I should tuck my shirt in. Good. Okay, so I'm copying you.
You're
here.
copying
Okay.
this. Come this, yeah, just like that.
Okay.
That's it. Hold the edges of the sling. Yeah.
There's
Socks
people
off is good.
commenting in the background, giving me little tips as we go. So off with the socks.
That's it.
Okay. I'm short.
Okay. Pull it down.
Okay.
Pull it down. That's it. Now, you're going to bring your knees up to the wall.
Do I need to have my bum
just
on
like
it?
that. No.
Yeah. I can't.
I'm going to lower that just a tiny little bit. No. We can adjust them, Kate. Hang on. They're just a couple of inches.
I'm
and
so
we got
short. Okay. You're okay there, Derek?
Anybody can
Derek's
do
behind
this,
the camera.
short or tall. Sorry, Derek, I just dodged in front of the chute.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay,
There, that's
knees
better.
to the wall. Hold the edges, good. Bring your
There
knees
we
to the
go.
wall. Good.
Okay.
You got it halfway.
Yeah.
Now, feet on the wall. Walk up a smidge. Take your knees out to the side. Okay, bend your knees, take them out to the side. Good.
Like out like this?
Yeah, that's good. Now you're going to bring the bottom of your feet together. Good. Heel and toe in,
And
bottom
toe.
of the feet together. You
Oh,
got it.
gosh,
You
okay.
got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Bottom of the feet against each other, as if your feet were in prayer position.
Okay. Like
Bottom
that?
of the feet. Bottom of the feet. Soles of the feet. Like palm to palm. It's okay. It's all right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Now let yourself go. Now you're going to let yourself back and
upside
down.
down?
Yes.
Okay.
Back and down.
Oh my gosh.
Back and
I
down.
am thinking about smashing my head on the floor at this very moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Leave my feet where they are?
Yes. Leave your feet where you are. Yes. And let yourself go.
Really?
Let yourself go.
Okay.
Let yourself go. Let
Okay.
yourself go. Let yourself go. Okay, hands down.
Hands
Yes,
down?
hands down. Good.
That's not cheating?
No, it's not cheating. Okay, Derek, I'm going to get out of the chute. Kate, I'm getting out of the chute just for a minute.
All right.
Okay, you're there.
Wow. And what's the benefit of this? Anti-gravity?
Anti-gravity.
This is fabulous.
About 3 minutes.
You all look very different upside down. I think I'm just going to dangle for a little while because it is quite peaceful. Now that I feel safe, we're going to throw things over to Melanie Panetta because she's got another installment of hired learning. This is very bizarre. Very bizarre. Probably all red. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. You know, I never thought I would be hanging upside down from a wall today, but with Kelly Murphy's help here at Bend Over Backwards Yoga, I did it. It was fabulous. It felt great. I feel refreshed. I might come back and try it again. You could probably try it at their open house on September the 15th. You can get all of the details on their website. Saturday the 15th here at Bend Over Backwards Yoga, an open house, free yoga classes, chai, and cookies. Thanks for watching this edition of Go Island. We'll see you next time.